Hello and welcome to Week 11 Playoff Projections video for the NFL. As you can see by our lead-in, we've added a new feature which, aside from projecting the seeds and division winners, we're also, as the weeks go by, we're projecting the teams that have absolutely no shot at making the playoffs. And the slices of toast you saw at the beginning are exactly those predictions, and we'll update that along with our projections as we proceed. Once again, this is Thanksgiving, by the way, and I wanted to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I am actually editing and posting this guy on Thanksgiving, so we'll get this done and we can get on with the turkey. So without further ado, let's get to our projections as of Week 11's action. Thank you. Okay, before we get into our actual playoff projections for Week 11, I wanted to repost the tie-breaking procedures. And if you haven't already, please check out my video where I explain the expanded tiebreaker rules. And as I said in the video, the reason why there are 12 actual rules, and I've broken them down into the greens on the left and the ones on the right. The ones on the right in red, because the strength of victory, which is the number 5, should make 6 through 12 irrelevant, because you can't really have a tie with strength of victory. So I don't even know why 6 through 12 is even there. And it's early still. We've got 7 more games to play, so I'm not strictly going by the rules except for head-to-head and everything else, common games within the division, best won, lost, tied percentage common games, and conference record, loosely translating that. And strength of victory will be the, if it all else fails, we'll go with that. So just for the sake of clarification, from this week through maybe, let's say, the second to the last week of the regular season, we're going to be playing fast and loose with seeds 5, 6, and 7. The division winners are usually going to be factored strictly. So having said that, let's move on to our actual projections. We'll take a look at the NFC first. As of Week 11, we have the Cowboys in firm control at 7-3. We have the Packers at 8-3 for the NFC North. For the NFC South, Buccaneers on top at 7-3, and of course the Cardinals are still doing well at 9-2 over in the NFC West. Based on those records, the Cardinals are the number 1 seed, followed by the Green Bay Packers, who are number 3. And even though the Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the same record, Buccaneers on the first game of the season beat the Cowboys in head-to-head, so they get the number 3 seed, giving the Cowboys the number 4. The number 5 seed is fairly obvious. That goes to the Los Angeles Rams. Now, for the 6th and 7th seed, we take a look at basically the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. The Vikings would get the number 6 seed, and the Saints would get the number 7 seed. So we'll show you the actual seeding charts based on that prediction. So we have the seeds: number 1 Arizona, number 2 Green Bay, number 3 Tampa Bay, number 4 Dallas, number 5 Los Angeles Rams, 6 going to the Minnesota Vikings, and 7 going to the New Orleans Saints. Now let's take a look at the AFC. We have the Patriots ahead of the Bills at 7-4 in the AFC East. AFC North, we have the Ravens on top at 7-3. The AFC South have the Titans at 8-3, and the Chiefs, who I'd given up for dead earlier in the season, are now leading the AFC West at 7-4. Based on records, once again, we put the Titans as the number 1 seed, and then we have the Baltimore Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Patriots. We give the Ravens the nod at the number 2 seed, followed by the Patriots at the number 3 seed, and then the Chiefs at number 4. The 5th, 6th, and 7th seeds, we are looking at a bunch of 6-X records. What we wind up with are the Bills versus the Bengals versus the Chargers. Colts have 5 losses, so they're eliminated. And basically the way the seeding turns out, we have the number 1 seed going to Tennessee, the number 2 seed going to the Baltimore Ravens, the number 3 seed going to the New England Patriots, the number 4 seed going to Kansas City, number 5 Cincinnati, number 6 Los Angeles Chargers, and number 7 to the Buffalo Bills. So that gives us our complete look at the projections as of week 11, and the results will be updated for week 12 as we move on into next week. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you next week. Alright folks, that concludes our playoff projections for week 11. We'll obviously update this for the next week coming up, week 12. And thanks again for tuning in, and once again, please subscribe. Thank you.
Ooh, push that button.